GM
GM.
Farcaster. It is Wednesday. It took me a second. It is Wednesday, August 7th, and you are here with, and not Adrian, but actually Toady Hawk for 21 minutes.
That's not Adrian.eth to you, please.
Not Adrian.eth. I'm like, why aren't my lights working right? Nothing's working right today. Not Adrian.eth is here with me today, filling in for the vacationing Adrian. And very excited to have you here, Toady. We just are both just getting back from base camp and fest. And how was your experience? How'd you like it?
It was great. My travel back was a lot less eventful than yours was, from what I hear.
Mine was insane. It was.
I've heard of Debbie Does Dallas, but I have never heard of Debbie Does Miami. That must be a new one.
Yeah, Debbie was doing Florida and screwing over my travel plans for days. So I was supposed to be home Sunday, and I just got home yesterday. So it was a challenge, but putting that aside,
Brutal.
Amazing trip, amazing time at base camp. Great to spend time with my Nounish friends.
As is often the case, it turns into like a mini Nounish conference within a conference. So it's always great.
It does. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. And speaking of, let me show this before I forget. We are doing, if you picked up some Nouns purple glasses at base camp, you can now jump in, and this goes for you, Toady. You can jump in the builder channel and you may win these ones. You may win some ETH. So go in there and post your pick. So if you had these, if you got a pair of these, put them on, take a pic, post it. But hopefully it's a pick from base camp or FWB Fest, and the best ones are going to win some ETH. So get in there and do that. So very exciting, and had a blast. So during base camp, it was this team really kind of sharing what they were doing and what was going to be next, sharing a lot of projects that were on base, which was amazing. And then FWB Fest got very Nounish with the park, and that was amazing. Their live performance, I was blown away, absolutely blown away. So can't wait to see them again. It was a lot of fun.
I wanted that live performance to be like twice as long.
Absolutely. I was like, they can't be done yet, right? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're done?
By the way, I realized I was yelling at you with my mic muted, and I was like, oh wow, Pro's being really rude this morning. She just want to talk to me. I was asking you if matcha noggles worked as well for the contest.
Matcha noggles do not work. Do not count for this particular bounty, because it is coming from Builder Out. And I love matcha noggles. I did get a pair also, and I don't know what I did with them, but I do have them in my bag somewhere. And very excited to have the matcha noggles, and excited to see what matcha is doing next with Nouns Esports. Because actually, since I have you here, Toady, and we're going to jump around, I was not going to start this way, but let me ask you about that. Can you share what's going on with Nouns Esports and matcha and what you're doing? Is that ready to be shared?
Yes. Well, which part? Because we do have a partnership with Matcha and Nouns Esports that has been ongoing for the last 2 months. Basically, we've been TNS, the Nouns Square, has been the media partner, and Nouns Esports has been the main partner for Matcha. So we've been doing lots of different activations. They've hosted the Matcha Cup and a couple other Matcha events with Nouns Esports, and we've done a few explainer videos, and we have an art contest that's live right now, actually, which is pretty fun, in the yellow channel on Warp. Basically, open art contest, any style or medium, and you just need to sort of channel the vibes of Nouns Esports, the Yellow Collective, and Matcha, and try to give it like a bit of a green matcha green palette. So we've been getting some good entries on this already. 2,000 USDC prize pool, and the deadline is Friday. So
that's awesome. I know you're going to be doing some. I think you're going to be trained though to play some Smash Bros too.
Aren't you? Yes.
I don't know. That's the part I'm not sure if you're ready to share yet. But
yeah, but this is something that's happening in the fall. I'm going to be trained how to play Smash Bros by Cody, who is the number one Smash Bros. Player in the world. What could go wrong? So I've really actually never played aside from maybe once or twice at a party. So it should be interesting. I've got like the controller and the emulator and everything, and we're going to be streaming my terrible play and the coaching sessions starting in about a month or so.
Can we get a bracket on this?
We should.
You're like you're being trained by Cody, and then someone else is being trained by another pro player, and then you're going to play each other.
Yeah, Jack Wilds, who you might know from some of our Nouns Square videos. He's done more gaming than I have in the past, so I would put my money on him if I was a betting man. But anyway, he's going to be trained by Aklo, who's another pro on the Nouns Esports team, and then in December, I think we're going to be playing each other, so should be interesting.
Oh, wow. That's going to be funny. So I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, we have some other things to chat about that are going on in Warpcast. And the big thing is, like, Dan went on this big old polling run for a couple days there, and it was just polls all the time. So one of those polls was, what chain do you most frequently do on-chain actions? And not surprising, Base was way out in front. And then after Base, what chain do you most frequently do on-chain actions on? And Ethereum mainnet came in next. And this was pretty much my selections as well. So what I thought was interesting is whenever Dan starts doing something like this, like that is like outside the ordinary, I'm like, what is he up to? Like, what are you doing? Is he just trying to get more, chat? Are you trying to see if polls drive Q out? What's happening here, Dan?
I will say this, though. This is just coincidental, but I did a poll yesterday in yellow, and it was kind of like a bit of a cheeky promo for something that we're doing with the build community this week, which I guess we could talk about right now. But I did this poll. I said, creators are builders too, true or false? And the poll kind of blew up. I was surprised. So I think the algo might be like feeding polls to people at a higher rate or something. I think that anecdotal, but
that might have been what it was. I don't know. Maybe that's what he was playing around with to see if he could serve it higher. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not why I did it. I did it just for fun, but I noticed it for sure. So
yeah, it was interesting. So and just to read,
I want to talk to the 12. Okay. I want to talk to the 12% of people who don't think creators are builders. Can we get them on the show?
If the 12% of you would like to come on, let us know. Are creators builders too? An overwhelming majority of you said yes earlier today, and we agree. That's why this week the Yellow Collective is partnering with Build to celebrate artists and creators on Base at the Optimism Super Chain. To nominate your favorite artist this week, simply cast at BuildBot, nominate at username in the Yellow channel. There's 200 million build reward pool for the best nominations. Deadline August 12th. So, and then thank you, Macedo, for helping support artists. So that's awesome. Great to see.
This is awesome because it's like a double dip.
Yeah,
it's like a double dip. You can nominate people, nominate artists, and they will receive build, and then they'll also receive bonus build in the round that's being run. So double dip opportunity to nominate some artists that you like.
So go nominate your favorite creators. There you go. So this, I do think there is something to what you're saying though with the algo, because I think he's been messing with it so much, and there's been so many polls. And then I saw this from Just Build, which was pretty funny. This is really the only question that matters today, DWR. How many polls is DWR going to create today? And I believe, and the answers were really funny. 5, 10, as many as he wants, and animated PFPs was just the fourth answer. Just a non sequitur fourth answer, which was pretty funny. And actually, I believe that one came in top. Yeah, that one was the one. This particular funny poll. So so be on the lookout for more polls, because if they're getting a lot of engagement, there you go. They're probably getting a lot of.
Speaking of animated PFPs, I don't know if you had this on your list to talk about, but did you see like undefined breaking Warpcast?
Oh yeah. We talked about I talked about that on Monday. It was like it was a story in 3 parts. It was animated PFPs are back. It was investigating Warpcast issues by Dan, and then Dan killed animated PFPs again. So, and it all happened within like an hour. It was pretty funny.
It was a zero. The types of 0-day exploits we get on Warpcast.
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually. I enjoyed that. It was it was kind of hilarious. And this from the team again. The team has been making steady behind the scenes improvements to hubs and the protocol. Not out of the woods yet, but the team has scaled hubs significantly, but not significantly enough to allow for animated PFP. So stop it. And we have a public dashboard related to Warpcast sync to hub performance here. So if you want to check on what is going on with hubs, you can check it there. And then this was from Varun. Feed freshness continues to improve. The average cast is now 8 hours old, down from 18 hours a few weeks ago. So in terms of what you're seeing as things come up in your feed, so you should be seeing fresher feed now, which is great. And then one more improvement coming new on Warpcast: search, filter, and browse composer actions. Search for an action or filter and browse by category in the composer actions dialog. Tap the action icon in the cast composer to search and browse. Live now on web and mobile. So easier ways to find your composer actions, like polls, for example. There you go. You can find it now quite easily. So a few little improvements there, fun things going on. Have you done any composer actions yet? Well, you did, the poll. Yeah. But
yeah, the poll is really nice. I've been using the GIFs as well. Although it was funny the other day when the GIF bot wasn't working properly, and instead of responding to people's cast, it would cast as a root level cast. So people were just posting random GIFs all over the place because of that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny because there was somebody, I posted something that was specifically a quote cast, and everyone kept going, was this supposed to be a reply? Was this a reply? Are they showing replies again? And I'm like, no, it's obviously a quote cast. Like, look at where I posted it. So I think that might have been what led to people freaking out. But yeah, that's the GIF one is good. I love that Bounty Caster is right in there. And
sorry, the what?
So what's that?
The what one?
The GIF.
What did you say?
GIF. I said the GIF. Yes, I said the GIF. The GIF.
The graphical interface. Okay.
Yes, that's what I said. And also, I think Bounty Caster has seen a little uptick since composer actions. So it's good to see that it's having a desired impact. So that's great. Moving on. This was from Jesse the other day. New bounty. Speaking of bounties, read the base editorial style guide. Carefully consider the content and open an issue or PR that helps us improve the overall clarity and usefulness of the document. Meaningful contributions will receive 0.01 ETH. And there is some more information about the style guide there. Have you had a chance to look at this yet? Oops, forgot to put it actually on the screen, would be helpful. Have you had a chance
I was going back and forth. Yeah, I was going back and forth with Jesse on it. And yeah, I thought it's very cool. I think most brands don't take the time to even develop something like this, let alone share it publicly for others to sort of use as a guideline. So that's good. I was nitpicking again that the base word mark is currently in all caps, even though they require us not to use, well, they request that we not use all caps when we're actually spelling it out. See, right base, not base, but that's exactly how their word mark looks. So they said they're going to fix that. We might get a new base word mark with not all caps, I assume. And then we were going back and forth a little bit about the Oxford comma because I went to journalism school in Canada. And the Canadian press does not condone the Oxford comma, and actually neither does the American press. I had to check.
Yeah, I was going to say in terms of journalism, in terms of journalism, Oxford comma out. But I am an Oxford comma kind of girl for most cases.
Yeah, well, so you'll be in good company with Jesse and Drew, who are both clowning on me for hating on the Oxford comma. So.
But it is, for journalism. I remember that part of my major in college, having to take it out, and then other parts of my major, you left it in. So it got a little confusing.
Everything about the CP style guide, though, got like so deeply ingrained because they would give us zeros on anything we did if we didn't meet CP style. So it got like drilled into our heads. Yeah.
So what was CP? So Canadian press? So it was Canadian press guide?
It's slight variation
AP.
on AP style, though. AP style
Okay.
guide, yeah.
Journalism things. Speaking of majors in high school, or majors in college, sorry, majors in college and jobs in high school. This has been trending a bit. Everyone posting, kind of following Jason Goldberg's lead here, Beta Shop. And it was his, first job, Foot Locker, college degree, political science, favorite non-work hobby, cooking, introvert or extrovert, introvert. And then he said, your turn. So everyone took a turn.
I think, this might be controversial, but I think Jason was just farming Moxie.
I think he might be. Yeah, I've heard he's a Moxie farmer. I have heard that. I believe he's I don't know what you call that. He would be the distributor of said things, not farming them.
Yeah, come on, Jason. Don't get high on your own supply. You should know this.
That's it. He's getting high on his own supply. But it was interesting to see everybody kind of following suit, and I learned some interesting things about some folks. So I did add mine, and my first job was I was a bus girl in my parents' restaurant. They owned with my uncle, who was a chef. And then my college degree undergrad was communications, legal institutions, economics, and government, called CLEG. And it's the only place you can find that is where I went to college. And then my favorite non-work hobby is snorkeling. And I am an extroverted introvert. In other words, I can pretend like I'm an extrovert for a long time. And then I have to go hide in a closet for a long time.
So you're recording right now from your closet, right?
It's nice and quiet here now. I'm by myself again. Lovely.
Also, I like how they invented that degree, communications, legal institutions, economics, and government. And they're like, I don't know, that's too long. And they're like, don't worry, we can just call it CLEG.
We're just going to call it CLEG.
That's actually
literally what's on. That is exactly what's on my degree. It's on my diploma. Yep, it's an actual thing, and it's only at American University in Washington D.C. So it's basically, here's all the things you need to be a politician, or various other, a lot of journalists who work in DC who come out of American have that degree. So I have a lot of friends.
Prof for president of Nouns.
There you go. Yeah. No, I don't want that job in any way, shape, or form, and that's not a thing. Although some people think you are it. So there's that.
If I am, I abdicate.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. Nobody wants that.
I'm dropping out like Biden over here. Okay.
Yeah. I'm out. And then I liked Adrian's too. First job was a tennis shack attendant at the public courts in New Jersey. Environmental engineering. Her favorite non-work hobby is hiking, and she is definitely an extrovert. This is why we get along so well. She'll go hiking in the woods. I will not. Did you get a chance to answer this, not Adrian? Or no?
I did, actually. Yeah.
Did you? I think I didn't find yours. So what was your answer? What was your first job?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here. No, I'm just kidding. I was an usher and kind of everything else at a movie theater when I was 15, which was actually a pretty good job when you're a teenager because you got free movies
That's a great job.
all the time. So that's, yeah. And then what were the other questions?
Your college degree was journalism. Yeah.
It was journalism with a minor in economics and political science.
You basically had the same. We basically had the same major.
Yeah, but we didn't call it CLEG, so
we just didn't call it CLEG.
Technically, mine's better.
I just think that's funny. And then your favorite non-crypto hobby, non-work hobby.
I think I put hiking and playing Hearthstone, and what else did I put? I don't know. I can't remember what else I put. I can't remember what else I like. I don't know.
And then introvert or extrovert?
Yeah, those are the main things. Definitely an extrovert, but I do have like a finite social battery for sure. And it was feeling pretty low by like Saturday of fest. But yeah.
As I was coming home, I got stuck in Denver. My mother was like, and I posted this, I casted this. My mother was like, oh, your cousin lives there. You should go see him. I said, I met him once 30 years ago, and I don't want to see anyone right now. And the funniest thing was Brett Draws Stuff, who also lives in Denver, replied back, deleting the DM I was just about to send.
Did you end up linking up with him, or did he understand?
No, I did chat with him really quick, but I was so tired. I hadn't slept in like 48 hours, so I just
Yeah,
wasn't up for it, but I did chat with them really quick just to be like, not you. If I was going to see anybody, it would be you. I promise. Like, I just don't want to see humans right now. I'm too tired.
Parents always be doing that though. They're like,
Right?
they're like, oh, you met this? You remember your cousin
You
Cyril?
remember?
Like,
Yeah. No, I don't. I
do
don't.
I?
And no.
And it's not really your cousin, by the way. It's your second cousin from your
Oh,
like not aunt
100%.
but
Yeah.
friend of the
Oh, it's,
family.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not anybody I needed to see. A few other fun things. I love this from Yes to Crypto animated PFPs. Am I right? And then disclaimer: this is Mayor and Moxie. Moxie, for when you need to fake it till you make it. Warning: may cause excessive pondering about the authenticity of engagement. Side effects include encountering trolls, questioning reality, and engaging with farmers, cultivating metrics. Consult your webcaster before use. Terms and conditions apply. This cracked me up. Well
That's
done,
pretty
Yes to
good.
Crypto. So funny. Few other little things here. This from JTGI, new create your own randomero with Ghost. I haven't tried this out yet. Don't know how this all works. Create a team and cast through shared alt accounts. Open source link in thread. Anonymous.fly.dev. So I'm not exactly sure what this is, but what I really started to think about was JTGI. Is Randomero multiple people? And also, are you Randomero? Is my question. Are you Randomero,
Interesting.
Cody?
Does he have some information? Spider-Man meme.
I'm not Randomero.
I'm gonna
Are you?
make BRB. I'm gonna make Hody Talk BRB.
Oh, that would be funny.
Wait, why does Hody Talk sounds a little too much like Hawk
It
Tua?
sounds a little too much like Hooktail. Yeah, don't do that. That's too close. But this is very interesting for a couple reasons. So more to come from this, I'm sure. But I would love to see some folks trying this out. Mostly just because I want to figure out the team part. This has been a problem of teams sharing an account. So if this solves that problem, I think that's going to be really useful as well for brands. And this from Yasik. Hey, Degens, we've added 200K liquidity to the WETH Degen pair on the Degen chain. Arbiters, check out the opportunities. Degen is currently cheaper on L3 than on Base. Plus, stay tuned for our upcoming liquidity rewards program with Rivera Money, Rivera.money. So that's interesting. Go check that out if you are on.
I've never seen someone say, "Hey, arbitrageurs, come get your money."
Okay, I know. Come check this out.
They really want you to bridge back and
They
forth.
really want you to get in there. I'll have to go. I haven't even had a chance. And this from Phil: view.art is a tool that allows anyone to curate a URL that displays on-chain art. There are 3 types of users who believe will find this tool valuable. Artists who are looking for a simple and memorable portfolio URL that displays well on any devices, events teams, and galleries who need an easy way to conduct exhibitions, online tastemakers who want to curate channels for other people to look at, like one of those lo-fi YouTube channels. It's not clear to me yet which one will be the biggest or if there are other use cases we haven't considered yet. That's why I'm excited to launch to find out who needs this product and how we can make it better for them. So go check out view.art and get ready for that launch. I know I've had times where we're doing events and we had a little gallery and it was a little bit challenging to show that art. So this definitely will be helpful for events there.
Yeah, I think
so
yellow would be able to use this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
We're doing something like this at Nouns Fest in October for yellow. So
Great.
I think we'll check that out for sure.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It might be a great option for that or for other events.
This is why I come on GM Farcaster, by the way, just for the alpha.
Just for the alpha. Just trying to learn some things. And this is Phil, by the way. Phil is from Bright Moments, if you're not familiar with the galleries. And this was from Bankless. I just wanted to share this live stream. I don't often share Bankless stuff. I like Bankless, but usually, most people will find that on their own. But I thought this one was really, they did an emergency live stream when everything was crashing. But what I thought was so helpful about this particular stream was they kind of went through the history of sort of crypto and a lot of their crypto journey, like using their own examples, but talking about the different times when we've seen these crashes and sort of how those recovered and how, those who kind of stuck around and, just survived, made it through, and talked about leverage and talked about the different, risks.
I didn't get wiped out on leverage this time. So congratulations, Tony.
So congratulations. There you
learned
go.
something. I learned something last crash.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was really about that. So if you're new, especially if this is the first time you've had a moment like that with a kind of crash and a nervous moment, go listen to this, because I think it'll be really helpful to put things in perspective. And it was super interesting. They also went through the why of this particular crash, but then they talked about all the different ones along the way. And I thought it was super helpful and just kind of where we've been. So go give that a listen. It was a pretty good one. And a couple more things here we've got to chat about. Thank you to Alina. Alina had posted something about GM Farcaster and how it was what helped her sort of get connected within the community. And Adrian posted this. I've heard several anecdotes of people new to Farcaster discovering GM Farcaster and help them to understand this place better and find their footing. Yester Crypto, Sadigian, Miriam, and Alina Ferry come to mind, but I'm sure I'm forgetting a few. One, this makes me happy. We try to make the show informative and entertaining, but it makes me even happier to hear if we're being useful and helpful. Two, I'm grateful to everyone who shares it and casts about it. Any other ideas for how we can get more new people to discover our show? That would be really helpful. And three, we're always looking for feedback on how we can improve, public or private, good or bad. We love to hear it. I mean, if you're going to do the bad feedback, I'm just going to be honest, private would be better. But, good feedback, please post that everywhere. Post that, just drop that all over the place. But I did appreciate Alina's comment here, sort of unsolicited comment. And we do try to hopefully
your negative feedback, please post to Glassdoor only.
Yes, please. Yeah, send it somewhere else. But any feedback is always welcome. We do try, and we do make changes based on it. We've had many times. So, and this is from Anat Crypto. He's been doing highlights of our shows, but he's not just doing highlights and notes. He's also creating some art around it. And I just kind of really loved this one. I thought it was very cute. And I saw some other friends that were kind of popped in here, like Brian Morris is in there. You've got Chris Corella giving Vitalik the Nouns glasses in Japan made it into this one. And I just thought it was really cute. Tabletop made it in here. And then you see Beta Shop in there. So I kind of really loved it. I thought this was very cute. And I kind of look like I don't know, preaching or something. I don't know what's going on in the front there, but it's pretty funny.
That's just your regular GM Farcaster broadcast.
Yeah, just my usual thing. But I thought these have been really cute. So thank you, Annette Crypto. I appreciate you. And
by the way, that reminds me of feedback we got from Seneca when we did our spotlight on Seneca at the Nouns Squared Zero Pod recently. And he asked to see it before we went live, and he's like, "There's one part where there's some music that sounds kind of churchy. Could we tone that down a bit? I feel like I'm preaching." So he had to turn down the music just a little bit. He felt like he was preaching the good word of Nouns. I was like, no, that's just Jack's style. Jack likes to sort of play around with cinematic music scores and stuff, and he does a really good job of it. But
that's funny. That's really funny. This from Mono, inspired by the sticker albums we used to collect, we created Nounini. Our first collection celebrates Paris 2024 Olympics, highlighting 3 very nounish Olympic sports: skateboarding, marathon, and breaking. And they kind of referenced NARS, Nouns Running Club, and Nouns Breakers. How to complete your Nouns Olympics album. Mint the empty album, mint all 3 sports cards to fill your album. 1 released every day. Burn them to get your full album. So not exactly sure what this is all going to be, but it looks really fun. And I loved the design. So, and it was great to see Andrea. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Nounini sounds like something you would get at the Nouns Deli.
Yeah, exactly. I think we had those.
This is really
we have those at Fest? I think they had some Nouninis. So I saw Andrea from Nouns Breakers at FW Fest, and she is going to be heading to Paris, even though the team didn't make it into the finals. She's going to be there sort of giving out merch, and she has some big Nouns glasses she's going to try and get on Snoop Dogg. So I said if she does it, I will definitely sponsor her to get a noun. So let's see what she can do. But it was great to meet her, and that was very cool. So go check that out
We
if you
will
want to
also accept. We will also accept Simone Biles. So
yes, 100%. Except we'll also accept. She just knows that Snoop will definitely be at that event, so that's why she was focusing on Snoop, because he's scheduled to be there for the breaking event. So, but yes,
cool.
100%. Anyone you can get those on, please do. And that is it for the show. Anything else, Toady, that you wanted to shout out or mention before
No,
we
I
wrap?
think we got through organically. We went through the two things I wanted to share from Yellow. But just to reiterate, we have 2 rounds going on, rounds.wtf in the Yellow channel on Warpcast this week. One is an art contest called Give Us the Tea, where you just need to make any kind of art that sort of channels Yellow, Matcha, and Nouns Esports. And the second one is a collaboration with Build for nominations of artists this week. So you can nominate any artist or creator in the Yellow channel by just using the bot, the nomination bot. So you just say BuildBot, I think, yeah, at BuildBot, nominate, and then nominate an artist. Some people have been sharing the art of the artist that they are nominating, which I think is a really cool thing to do. And it's been fun scrolling through and seeing, finding, discovering new artists and seeing people's favorite artists. So both of those are on until the end of this week. So please participate.
Amazing. And I got to go in and do some nominations. So fantastic, everyone. Thank you all for being here on this Wednesday. I will be back on Friday with my guest co-host, DeWoofy. We might be making a little adjustment to the timing, so more information on that soon while we continue to fill in for Adrian, the vacationing Adrian. And also don't forget to, if you have some purple noggles, put them into the /builder channel, pick a view in them, and you may win some ETH. So with that, we shall see you on Friday, everybody, and bye-bye.